Good morning, everybody. Good morning, grandmas. I bought a Toyota Prius, and it's not just any Prius, it is a Creampuff. And it is a classic Prius. First generation Prius, a 2002 Prius. And it really is a beautiful historic piece of Japanese engineering. The story really begins with my friend Chris, the bona fide hustler. He used to have a Prius. He had a Gen 3, I think a 2014 or a 2015 Prius. He was talking about how awesome his Prius was. He was in love with this. It was his wife's Prius, actually. Awesome it was, the tech involved, trying to convert everyone to Priusism. I know he converted at least one or two of his friends, and I ended up looking into the cars and getting a Prius because of his evangelism. Back in 2017, I stayed at my friend Kelsey's house in Santa Barbara, California. The day before I went to Japan to meet up with Rachel and ride my bicycle with Cody for 2 months, I went hiking with Kelsey's roommate Conrad and his girlfriend Anne. The vehicle that she rolled up in, she said it was a Prius, and I was like, what Prius is this? This thing is so old. I was asking her so many questions about it while she was driving it, and that kind of got me the acceptance of an older Prius. First generation, I think she said she got it from a dealer and no issues with the battery. So that kind of opened my mindset to a Toyota Prius. First generation. That's pretty much the reason I even considered a first generation Prius. I bought a 2012 Generation 3 Prius over here. I also bought a 2012 Prius C for my mom, and then I just bought a 2002 Prius first generation for Rachel for whenever she comes back from Dubai, so she'll have a vehicle to drive, and if she doesn't like it, I will drive it. And this thing is absolutely gorgeous. It is in pristine condition. Probably one of the best Generation 1 Priuses in the entire country, if not the world. I was saving money. I had about $4,000 or $5,000 cash that I was saving to buy a Prius. I was looking for a deal more than anything, and mostly Generation 2 or Gen 3 Priuses, and I just kept putting cash away. I wanted to get her a car so we don't have to look for a car when she comes back from Dubai. And then I saw an ad on Craigslist. It said it was a 2002, 120,000 miles on it. It was labeled as a Creampuff. I didn't know what that meant. Emailed the lady, she called me immediately. I talked to her on the phone for about 30 minutes, established some rapport, and then went to go buy it. She was a doctor's wife. She babied this thing in a garage. Everything sounded good. Me and my mom went to go take a look at it. She had it listed for $2,200. I asked her on the phone if she would take any less. This is without me even seeing the car. She said she would take two. Drove down to Cape Coral, $2,000 cash, gave it to her. It was like an ideal situation. A really poor Craigslist ad, a lady that garaged the car took care of it, and a stack of maintenance records from the dealer of everything she had done to it, done from it. She is the original owner. She bought it new. Still has the window sticker in the glove box. She definitely took pride in ownership, and I always like to see somebody that takes pride in ownership. New, this car was $21,837.15 back in 2002 or 2003, whenever she bought it. There were so many good signs of this deal. The house that they lived in, the fact that she was a doctor's wife, garaged it all the time. She was in love with this car. It took her a lot to sell it. She put all the miles on it herself. She was the original owner. All the recalls were done. She was doing maintenance like 1,000 miles before it was due based on the records. She even told me that Toyota asked her if they could have her old battery at 60 something thousand miles in order to do research on her battery pack and put in a new battery for her. So it is on its second battery pack. I foresee this car giving us some good life in the future. I definitely wouldn't say that the first generation Prius is for everybody. I'm gonna be doing a lot of the maintenance myself. They can be kind of quirky and nerdy, I guess, especially with like the battery packs. If they fail, you have to be able to have a lot of patience and time to work on them. And I don't mind it if something does come up, but hopefully we can at least get 2 good years out of this car for $2,000. I'd be super stoked. Let's get into a tour of the car. Here's what she looks and sounds like when the combustion motor is going. Clean, clean, clean as can be. I did go with the Endless Summer license plate, as you can see. Everything is super shiny, very well tinted. The Firestone tires are in really good condition. It's still got the red lines in the tread. Glove box was super clean. I have since kind of just looked around in there and messed it up a little bit. She said these are the second mats that she's had. I don't think kids or the back seats were ever used because the back seats are also in cherry condition, and whenever she parked she put this up to help protect the dash. The people that have seen it cannot believe that this is a 2002. It really is a testament of garaging your car, cleaning your car, waxing your car, and taking care of your car. I see now what it can do. Trunk was super clean, super cherry. They did install a subwoofer. It has a kicker in it. What is that, like an 8-inch kicker with a built-in amp? I did unplug it because I felt like I should be getting better gas mileage. So I unplugged it, and then I did indeed start getting better gas mileage. So I'm not gonna be using this kicker. I might pull it out and sell it. I'm not sure yet. But it's kind of funny that they bought a car brand new, a Prius, and put a kicker subwoofer in it. This is the only Prius that is a trunk sedan. Every other Prius model is a hatch, and you don't see a lot of these on the road at all. It has right now 123,000 miles on it. The dash is already super advanced for its time. The headlights are not even fogged. She put on this bug screen protector, if you can see that line here. That is on the front hood, that is on the front bumper, and she actually has two right here, two on the mirrors where the bugs like to hit and then start to destroy the paint. This is whatever the Prius light baby blue color is. It did come standard with rims, 4 lugs, and the tires were super shiny when I bought it, not so much anymore. But this thing is so clean. It does have a remote entry. She had the windows tinted, has the VIN etched into all of that. Everything in here is super duper clean. Kind of feels like an old Corolla on the inside. This is my shifter right here. It kind of looks like an e-brake. That's my e-brake down there. It does have cruise control. This screen's gonna light up. We're gonna show you that when you start it. It does have a tape player, cup holder, a no smoking sign. I put those earplugs as a CD player. This was an added option back in the day. We got climate control where we have the auto feature. The AC compressor was replaced at some point and the evaporator, so that's good. Let's take this thing for a spin. It does have a button so I can put the speedometer into kilometers per hour. If anyone from Oz ever comes to the United States and drives this, they will feel just like home. And we have this display here where we can see where our energy is going. Just like the newer Priuses, it tells you where the power is coming from on that monitor. And it's very high tech for its day, you know, 2002. And it's just a joy to drive. So the Gen 1 Prius of the US was from 2000 to 2003, and it was tested in Japan for I think 3 years before that. This vehicle really is like a hybrid piece of history. I have this classic feel, a classic hybrid feel of driving this car. In a sense, it's like a classic nerdy-ish hybrid fanboy Toyota kind of car. I don't know if that's a good way of explaining it, but there are some things I'm going to do to it, like transmission fluid. I'm gonna drop the pan and clean that out, see how all of that looks. But yeah, that's a 2002 Prius. It's some of the reasons why I bought it. Thanks for coming and taking a look at it. If you haven't already, please give this video a thumbs up. If you have any encouraging comments or experiences with the Toyota Prius 1 or any of the Toyota Priuses, I would love to hear them. I will talk to you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.